Climate change is one of the most pressing issues of our time. It affects not only the environment but also the economy, society, and human health worldwide. Only through joint, decisive action can we succeed in curbing progressive climate change and preserving the natural foundations of life for future generations. The main action is to reduce CO2 emissions, being a greenhouse gas that traps heat in the atmosphere and thus contributes to global warming. Negative impacts of climate change affect the nature with more frequent and increasingly violent disasters, and the human society with heat waves and air pollution have a significant impact on the health of the population. Despite all the evidence, climate change denial is quite spread among people who reject, refuse to acknowledge, dispute or fight the scientific consensus on climate change which exists due to extensive and diverse empirical evidence. The main arguments in support of climate change deniers are the climate has always changed. The sun is responsible for warming. CO2 is a natural gas and not a pollutant, and climate change is a natural cycle. But can individuals make a difference? Yes, we can. Every individual can make an important contribution to combating climate change, starting with increased energy efficiency at home, use renewable energy, increase sustainable mobility, produce less waste, and spread education and awareness. According to the EU, clean energy refers to energy sources that produce minimal greenhouse gas emissions and have minimal environmental impact. Clean energy includes solar energy, wind energy, hydropower, geothermal, and green hydrogen. On the contrary, fossil fuel combustion is a major contributor to air pollution, which causes several human diseases and polluted water and soil. Clean energy produces little or no greenhouse gases during operation, uses less water compared to coal or nuclear power, and reduces the risk of oil spills, coal mining accidents, and habitat destruction. Clean energy sources are decentralized and scalable, can be locally produced, reducing geopolitical energy risks and improve grid resilience during extreme weather events when paired with storage. Carbon management is the systematic approach to measuring, reducing, and reporting greenhouse gas emissions from human activity. It underpins climate action by translating intentions, like net zero, into measurable and achievable steps. Carbon accounting and measurement refers to the process of calculating emissions from all sources using international standards. Without measurement, there is no control. There are several strategies for carbon reduction, such as energy efficiency, process optimization, electrification, switch to renewable energy, and green design. Low-carbon technologies are innovations that reduce or eliminate greenhouse gas emissions in producing goods, services, or energy. They are the backbone of a just and sustainable transition to net zero. The most relevant include green hydrogen, long-duration renewable energy storage, carbon capture, utilization and storage, low-carbon building materials, next-gen electric mobility, climate-smart agriculture tech, and AI and digital twin technologies. To start educating individuals and organizations about carbon footprints and inspire actionable steps to reduce them, social media are a very powerful tool, but several specific features have to be considered before to start, such as define the campaign scope and goals, identify the proper target audiences, assemble a good team, and define a proper campaign identity. Important tools are a website or a microsite, the social media toolkit with posts, stories, reels, infographics, and user challenges, the educational materials such as flyers, posters, school kits, corporate starter packs, and video contents with tutorials and interviews or testimonials. Running a media campaign should start with a soft and then public launch, continuing with weekly thematic focus and user engagement activities such as specific challenges or stories. To be more effective, it is important to continuously monitor, measure, and eventually adjust the message and the strategy by tracking campaign metrics and collecting feedbacks from users and partners. This was Module 1, focused on global awareness and climate action. The next 2 modules are already available. Find more information on our website, www.carbonoff4.com.